Welcome back to the channel, guys. Looks like Pocket Chains is getting ready to head on out of here. Got the tow truck backing up. Here we go, boys. Oh man, it's time to start building this thing. I've got the camper shell bolted down all the way. Got all kinds of stuff sitting in the bed here. We're ready to move. Let's get this thing loaded up. What do you mean? Hey, Jesus the Tow Man.
What's up, bro?
What's up, dude? Yeah. Is that your number on the side? Yeah. Hey, y'all hit him up. I'll hit him up if y'all need a tow. Good pricing, and his dog is sweet. All right, folks, we're headed out to the shop. Got old Pocket Chains loaded up. He's gonna follow me out there. We're gonna get her situated. Hopefully get that motor in it. Got Pocket Chains pulling up. Here we are. Finna go live on Instagram. All right, folks, Pocket Chains has made it. Got everything stayed intact. Even the straps that were holding the transmission up stayed intact through the tow, along with my power steering bracket and my starter. They managed to just hang out there. There's my trans straps holding up. So we got Pocket Change up here now, and tomorrow I'm supposed to be going and picking up the motor, the 5.3 from the machine shop. He's supposed to have cleaned it up and put some cam bearings in it, so hopefully that's done tomorrow and we can get to building on that thing tomorrow. Here's the white 4x4 LS swap that I've been doing. It's we just keep running into little things, you know. We just need this, need that, like just little parts here and there, and everything you got to order. So I've got the harness ran on it. It's about done, but this video is mainly about Pocket Change. So hopefully I'll be catching you guys tomorrow, picking up the motor. I'll see y'all then. All right, guys, a couple days later, we've got Pocket Change outside of the garage, and I've got my motor here. It's he cleaned it up. These caps look great. Motor looks real great inside. Got new cam bearings on it all the way through. That's what we needed. Now he left the other parts to me. I'm gonna hit it with a dingle ball hone. That's just how I'm gonna do it. That's how we do things around here, folks. This is freaking jack stand builds, man. This isn't, I don't know, this isn't a, what do I want to say, 2-post lift builds. I don't know. This isn't exquisite builds. Here she is. Look at that. She needs a hone. But she did clean up pretty good. She was in the bed of the truck scraping around some plastic, so that's what all this plastic is up here up top. But yeah, she looks pretty good. This is the hone I'm gonna hit her with. This is actually a hone for a 6.0 that's 30 over, but that's okay. I'll make it fit, you know. It'll fit down in there. See, it'll fit. So I guess I'm gonna get set up here, get that on my drill, and start honing this thing. What he was telling me is I should have honed it before I brought it to him to do the cam bearings, but I don't know. I don't understand why. Just because with me honing it, I would be cleaning up, you know, all this soapy product, chalky crap that's in here. So I did kind of deck it though. I gave it like a Scotch-Brite pad on a grinder, and you know, it didn't come out too bad. You know, it's not too ugly. So I guess what I'll do is I'll give it a little brake clean before I throw it together. But here we go, guys. I'm gonna start honing this thing. Sorry about the fan noise, guys. It's freaking hot in here, so had to hit the AC on and get that fan going. It's getting hot. All right. Let's take a look at that, folks. Didn't hit it very much. Machine shop told me to hit it quite a bit, but I'm just gonna keep hitting it little by little. Let me grab my rags over here. I think these rags have been up there for quite a while. Dusty, dusty rags. All right. Oh yeah, check that out, boys. That looks good. Hell yeah. Looks good. I'm gonna keep honing it. I'm gonna hone the rest of them, and then we'll start cleaning up the block. Well, there's how she turned out. She looks pretty good all along. Pretty good cross hatching all the way down. Not too bad for the dingle ball. So now I'm gonna brake clean everything off, make sure I get the cam bearings that were just put in. You know, I'm gonna brake clean the bottom of it, and then I might do a little grinding on it because we're gonna paint this thing. I want to get this thing painted before we go, you know, before we're ready to assemble it. So I'm gonna start cleaning it up. O'Reilly's probably has the cheapest brake clean on the market. I always buy a case every time I go. The whole case is like 30 bucks, so it ain't too bad. But I'm just gonna start hitting everything in here with brake clean. Not sure this is the proper way to prep your block for paint. That's all right. It'll have to do. Well, that can's out. That was not buckets. That was not buckets. Oh well. Man, this stuff is strong too, guys. This stuff will take your eyes out. If you got any open cuts on your hand, you're gonna be crying. This stuff don't feel too good. Pretty strong brake clean they make. Over here talking for all these brands like I'm a sponsor. This is all I am is an honest customer, I'll tell you what. I'm friend a freaking painter. The way she is, I don't even care. I think it'll stick if I use enough primer. So I'm gonna let her dry down, and then I'm gonna start spraying her with the air on the inside, and then I'm gonna start taping her up, hopefully. Or shoot, I might not even tape her up. So you want to learn how to paint an LS? Shoot, guys, that's all you had to say. Let me show you. Show you the sloppy way, all right? Here we are. Got our motor. Got our engine paint right here. Give her a good shake. If you don't shake it, you ain't gonna get the horsepower from painting your block. Your block is just gonna fall apart. I'm telling you right now. So, you get your engine primer. You don't need no tape. You don't need to tape your motor off. You'll be just fine. Use a piece of paper if you got a tape. Here we go. Laying down a coat. Well, shoot, guys, if I left it this gray color, it looked like half the trucks on the north side still got primer on them. They got no paint, guys. All the Mama Lonas out there. Get some paint on your Mama Lonas, boys. Golly. Now check that out. That's a good coat right there, primer. See how you got a little on your gasket surface? It'll be all right. See how you got a little bit right there on your cylinder that you just honed? It'll come right off with some oil and a rag. I tell you what, ain't nothing to it, boys. I'm gonna let that coat dry, and I'm gonna show y'all a little bit more primer. I'm gonna get this on too. It's teal. All right, now after I do a couple coats of primer, and I use a little brake clean on the surface here just to show y'all that it does clean off with brake clean fairly easily. I just put it on a rag and rubbed it off. But now we've got our teal. Let's see what this teal looks like. I've never painted a LS motor teal. I've only painted one black and orange. So here we go. Oh Lord, it does not look teal on camera. I wish y'all could see this. This is the coolest looking green. This is like hot rod green right here. This is sick. Oh, hell yeah. Man, it looks light blue on camera. I wish y'all could see this. Golly. I'm gonna try to post a picture of it on my Instagram so y'all can see what it actually looks like, because it just looks light blue on the camera. Man, this is a cool green right here. Golly. That's a very unique color. That's so cool. Man. All right, I'm gonna keep painting it, and I'll show y'all what I got when I'm done here, but it doesn't even look good as on camera as it does in person, honestly. Well, there we have it, boys. Our teal engine block, or baby blue on camera, but it's got a lot of green in it in person. Dude, it almost looks purplish light. I don't know. Looks weird on camera, but it's like a I don't want to say it. It's like gasoline, like you would think like gasoline green. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a good looking color. I'll post a picture of it on my phone right now so y'all can see what it looks like. It doesn't look bad, but here we go, guys. We're gonna start cleaning up the surfaces. Got to get all the paint off of the you know, all the mating surfaces, and off of the front area here where the cam retainer sits and all that. So I'm gonna get to cleaning also on this head gasket surface. All right, folks, here we are, our quote-unquote finished painted LS block here, looking good. These gasket surfaces will get cleaned a lot better. As you can see, brake clean's just been taking them right off. I've just been trying to stray away from getting it off of these parts right here. Got a little bit that came off right there with brake clean, but this motor's looking good. It's gonna need another coat right before it goes in, and then it'll be good. And that coat will be just to fix the little imperfections. So I like it. I'm gonna set the heads on it. I'm gonna put these dowels in. Bought a new set, so I'm gonna put these dowels in, set the heads on it, set the valley cover on it, and just see what it looks like. All right, I just got it. I placed the valve covers on there, placed the valley cover on there, and placed the timing cover on there. Check this out, boys. Woo. That is mean looking right there. And this isn't even a gloss black. This is a semi-gloss black. I know that this is flat black, and I was kind of trying to match that, but I still think it looks pretty dang good. You can tell that this is a different black than these two, but yeah, it still looks good in my opinion. And that teal, oh my goodness. And I wish y'all could see how teal this stuff is on camera. Kind of came from back here. So I guess what needs to be done now is for me to take the heads off. I didn't bolt them or even put a head gasket down. I just set them on there. I guess I need to start assembling this bottom end here. That's next on the list. These valve covers over here. I don't have a crank pin either, so I guess I'm gonna have to go buy a crank pin or get one from Machine Shop or Summit or something. So I'll figure it out here in a minute. All right, guys, I'm closing up shop for the day. I'm gonna pick up tomorrow, but here's what we've got so far. I set the crank in there with the bearings, and then the main caps still aren't tightened down yet, but I figured I'd set it on there and, you know, just start getting it ready and get as much done as I can. But it sounds good. Sounds real good. So tomorrow I'll be tightening down the main caps, hopefully installing the rod, gapping the rings, and getting this thing together. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. What is up, guys? It is the next day, so welcome back. Today we're working on ring gap. I've got a ring down in here. I guess what we're gonna do is gap all the rings to 28. Not all the rings, sorry, just the first and second rings. So got my gauges here, and I guess since we're going to 28, I should have one of these that's 28, hopefully. Nope, I've got a 24. So let's see, what am I gonna do here? For a 28, I'll do 18 and 10. So I've got 18 and 10 together right here. I'm gonna try to measure 28 in this ring gap. Can't quite get 28 in there, but I can get a, what is that? I can get the 10 in there. What about the 18? Nope, can't get the 18 in there. So what I'm gonna do, the jack stand builds way of gapping piston rings. I'm not sure if anybody else does this. I'm gonna come over here to the grinder and turn it on, and give this ring a little bit of love. See if I can show y'all here without damaging the ring. You see how I barely hit that? That's probably enough right there. Or it might not be enough, but you don't want to hit it a bunch, or you're going to be wasting your time, you're gonna end up having to buy a new set of rings. So here we go, going back in. And I'm gonna do this constantly until I get 28. I'm gonna set this ring in here with the piston. That's the best way to make sure this ring's flat. Here we go. Got my gauges here. Nope, still not quite at 28 yet. Let's see if I can get the 18 in there now. Nope, can't even quite get the 18 in there yet. So it's a very time-consuming process to gap rings if you don't have the proper tools. But I'm gonna keep doing that and get all the first and second rings to 28, and then we'll start assembling the bottom end. So the other day, y'all remember when I said I was gonna put the bottom end together? That was a couple days ago. I pretty much got it mostly assembled. The pistons are cleaned up quite a bit. You know, they look okay. Except for this one, I just haven't put it in yet. That's the only one I haven't done. I've got all the rings gapped to 28. Not the third ring, but the first and second compression rings are gapped to 28. So they'll have some room to grow, you know, once I'm out there doing 30 rolls and 60 rolls back to back to back on the highway like I was that night. Hopefully I can start throwing flames out there again. That was cool as heck. But anyways, yeah, I've got to get that last rod and piston in. Tanner's on his way, and then we'll start. We got to get the crank sprocket on for the timing. I went and picked up this pin right here from Summit yesterday. It's like $5, and then we'll get the sprocket on, slap the cam in, lifters, start assembling the top end. So I'll let y'all know when he gets here. All right, guys, Tanner's here. He's gonna be my cameraman. I'm gonna hold the camera real quick while I show him while I show y'all how to do these ARP rod bolts on these cracked LS rods. So you'll loosen one side, leave the other side, you know, snug or tight, whatever. Loosen one side, get a pry bar or a screwdriver under there, and just take a hammer and tap it. There it goes. Just make sure that sleeve right there comes out with it, or that sleeve is basically in your motor and it'll end up spinning a bearing or doing something. Just make sure the sleeve comes with it. That's it, boys. I'm gonna ARP rod bolt all these rods, and then we'll get to work on something else. All right, boys, slicking up our cam here. I'm gonna get her all nice and lubed. Start sliding her in. These brand new cam bearings. Let's go ahead and scratch them all up as we're putting these in. Putting this cam in. Oh man, this cam's going in like really smooth. It's like falling in. It's going in so smooth.
Because the engine's tilted?
Yeah. Got to get a little dirty. All right. There we go. She's in. Gonna get her right there. That's about top dead center mark. Now I gotta spin the crank over. Do all that. Get all this lube off my hand. Lube. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Go right there. Top dead. Alright, we got our oil pump on. I put assembly loop through the bottom until it started coming out of the other hole. So we've also got our chain on down here. I'm gonna drive some tins into here, and then we're gonna get this timing gear on. Alright folks, we got the oil pump on, got the cam retainer back there, new timing chain and gears along with the new sprocket. Got our new tensioner here, so we're looking good. Now it's time to slap these lifters in, and then we'll put the heads on. So Here's our new lifter trays over here. Got them. And then those are our lifters. I pulled them out of a customer's vehicle actually. They're not even new, but they look pretty dang new, so I figured I'd just run them. Alright guys, these are those lifters I pulled out of a customer's vehicle. They're not stock lifters. They are LS7 lifters, you can tell. I mean, they look brand new. This was a 150,000 mile vehicle, so obviously these were fairly new lifters. It had a new cam put in it, so here we go. And whenever I do lifters, sometimes there's a hole on the side right there like that. There's not one on the other side. Always just do holes to the back. Put the hose in the back. You heard? Put the hose in the back. All right. My hands are getting all oily.
Back up.
All right, holes in the back. Put it down in there. There we go. You see how much metal's inside? Guy was having some bearing problems, it looks like. But I tell you what, we're gonna do oil change with them. We'll be just fine. Cause I don't do nothing. We don't do nothing legit here, boys. This is Jack Stain Builds. Especially on our own vehicles, man. Oh my goodness gracious. Now if it's a customer's vehicle, that's why this guy got new lifters. I don't skimp. But my own shit, who cares? It's like having fun. I mean, having fun the cheapest way possible. Right here. That's what we're doing. So slide my wet hand in here with these lifters. Tanner the master head torquer. So we're getting the heads on, guys. Got everything in the front like we said. I've got some bolts for this valley cover soaking right now in the parts washer, along with the rocker arms and other stuff like that. I guess I might as well go ahead and
80 foot-pounds.
Yeah, 80 foot-pounds, man. Might as well go ahead and throw this in here too. But here Tanner goes doing the final pass on these ARPs, doing 80 foot-pounds on them. So these heads are about done, and we can start making some boosts, boys.
All right, guys, we got all the rod bolts torqued down. Now it's time to flip it up, do all the rocker arms, push rods, stuff like that.
That looking sweet, guys. All right, we're up here, boys. We're gonna do the injector testing on my decap 80 pounds by this man right here.
Howdy.
He's got his own little rig here set up at home to be able to test injectors. Pretty neat. Looks like something I'd make.
Don't look too simple.
Yeah.
Too that, I mean,
It
Don't
came
look-
off YouTube.
Yeah, it came off of YouTube.
The only thing that didn't come off YouTube is the programming for the Arduino.
I got you.
So, let's see. Leak check. There.
No leak.
No, pressured up to right at 60. Should be good there.
Cool.
make sure they flow all evenly.
Yeah. And that will drop slightly as we test the injectors. That'll drop down to right around 58. if it drops more than to 58, we'll just run fewer of them at a time to where we make sure and get a stable reading. This first run though, just purging air.
Purging air. Looks pretty good.
Is that orange
just
like
for purging air?
There's like debris? Orange?
No, that is it's a combination of mineral spirits just from cleaning everything up, and it actually has UV dye in it.
I see.
The reason I had the UV dye in there is because it reacts to the black light, and you can actually pull these off of there and see if they were leaking, you'd see glowing orange.
I see, okay. Makes sense.
Now comes the fun part, and I gotta get in your way.
Alright. It's no big deal.
I've got to dump all these out and get them to 0. Normally it's a little more advanced than this, but I'm also a little more organized. I've been running around all day long.
No problem, dude.
So you empty them all out back to 0, and then you hit the button again. Basically the way the machine works is it runs them for 10 seconds to the millisecond, because if I ran them any longer than that, I'd overfill my graduated cylinders. And then to get your total, all you do is you multiply it by 6. And then I go to witchhunter.com, and they have a handy injector calculator on there that'll tell you exactly how much they flow in pounds per hour instead of cc's per minute, which is what we're recording here.
So you just put your measurement and how long you ran them for, and then it'll tell you pretty much.
It asks for how
10
many
seconds times 6 to 60 minutes for an hour, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Occasionally with this setup we'll get, all right, so yeah, we're sitting good at 58, but occasionally with this setup we'll get back feed through here, and they won't and it won't cut off. I have to be ready to kill the pump manually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The only problem with this current setup and these injectors is to be able to read the graduated cylinders properly, you got to lay it out flat again.
I got you. Looks pretty dang good though.
Alright, so that's 128, that's 128, that's 126, and that's 126.
So I mean,
So you would take 126 and multiply it by 6, put that into the calculator, and it'll tell you exactly how many pounds per hour.
756, 70. What is that? 75.6.
There's so many tabs open right this minute. It's back up in days. Which say it was
756.
Okay, so at 756, those four average out to be 72.
72.
22 pounds per hour.
Not bad.
Now when I run them, I usually do the math on them individually to make sure that you don't end up with more than 10 cc's per minute of difference.
I got you.
So,
Okay.
so yeah, that's your first.
That's pretty neat.
This part sucks. You gotta kill the pump, purge the rail.
I'll get all the pressure out.
Yep. And they leak all over the place if you don't. So I'm just running them now with no pump. Generally I have to pulse it about 3 times to clear the rail out completely.
That's pretty neat, dude.
It was
All right, guys. Yesterday we went to get the injectors cleaned, and that guy's name is Billy Elledge. I'll leave his info down in the description. I believe he sells decapped truck injectors that are all about right around 80 pounds for, I think, either 120 or 140. I'm not sure. I can't remember the exact price, but it's not expensive at all. He also does injector cleaning and stuff like that. But here's the motor with the turbo on it. We got the heads all torqued down. Went ahead and just slapped the turbo kit on there. Man, this I like it a lot. It looks really good. We were gonna put the oil pan on yesterday, but I didn't have an O-ring for the pickup tube, so Tanner's supposed to be on the way over here, gonna be picking one up. So I'm just gonna put this dowel in, slide it in. See if I can even, I can't even get it in between the dang hoist. I mean the hoist. I can't even get it in between the stand. So I guess I'll have to do that later. Okay, well there goes that plan. So I'm waiting on Tanner. Supposed to be bringing me a, will you quit drinking that? Quit. God dang it, dog. Get out of here. Get. Can't be eating that. That's oil. That's oil. Oil. That's oil. Goodness. Anyways, Tanner's on his way with the pickup tube, the O-ring for it. So yeah, I'll catch y'all then. All right, boys, Tanner's back. We got the oil pan on. Got the we used a red O-ring. Where's the O'Reilly one? Where's the, here it is. This is the one we always use. That's the part number from AutoZone right there. So I guess now what we're gonna do is put the front cover on. I know I left the oil pan ugly, but I didn't really see a point in trying to scrape this clean and painting this, since it's not really going to be visible. Only thing visible is the block and the heads and all that. So we're going to get the front cover on now. I got to flip it over. It's kind of hard to flip over. Ready? Oh. All right. Is that straight?
Yeah.
Right there? I can't put a dowel on it right there. Have to be right there.
Put a bolt in.
Yeah. Oh, here's a rocker arm. That. All right. Let's get this front cover on, dude.
All right, guys, we got the alternator bracket on, power steering bracket on. I mean, now take the turbo off again. We're about to put the water pump on. Once we get the water pump on, we can probably put the plate on up top and try to drop it in after that. So
Check the motor out. We got the whole front accessories on, other than the balancer. I left the balancer at my other house, so we'll get it on in a little bit here. Now I'm getting the intake together. This is the same intake that was on it. I just cleaned it up a little bit. Looks okay now. Still got the junkyard spray paint on it. That'd be all right. So I've just gotta pop the injectors into these rails, pop them into that intake, and then we're waiting on our engine hoist, our cherry picker, and then we're gonna hopefully start getting that motor into that truck right there. Yeah, I'm recording because Tanner, you're the best blower. Bro, Tanner's the best blower ever. Woo!
just blow it all in the shop.
Blow out all under it. Alright, I think we're good. Couple head bolts. God dang! Now you done got leaves all in the engine. Tanner, you're
Sat
getting
here-
leaves all over my new engine.
You sat here a week and you had like 10,000 spider webs. Oh, it's not a shootout.
I'm blowing it up. You quit. That is useless. Pointless. Alright. I guess I'm gonna start reworking this harness, guys. I gotta do a little bit of fixing up on it. See if I can show y'all why. God! Scared me. Loud.
We got a lot of leaves in here.
This is all AC. Here it is.
Strip the interior, but you got.
This is why I'm gonna rework the harness.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's falling apart.
All my injectors are wired in with electrical tape and wires twisted together.
What happens when
So,
you rush things?
oh yeah. So I'm gonna do a lot of. Oh well, there goes that one. Well, I'm gonna do a lot of fixing. I'm gonna start using connectors. Start fixing these. That's what I'm gonna start doing, guys. I'm gonna fix the harness, and then once we fix the harness, it'll be time to throw the motor in. Here's our motor. Took the turbo kit. Took most of the hot side off because it's gonna be too hard to get it in there with the hot side on. So no big deal. Yeah, she's ready to go, boys. I like all the black. Looks clean. You can't even tell it's teal. Oh, you can almost tell it's teal on camera. No, but you really can't. Looks light blue. It's actually green in person. So once we raise it up in the air, we'll get the galley plug, the little dumbbell in there, and then we'll get the rear main on, and then freaking throw this thing in there. What?
Said you got a billet dumbbell.
Oh. All right, guys, check this out. We got the motor out here. I'm getting the rear main put on it. I've got the dumbbell in there, and this is a new General Motors rear main right here. So we're gonna get some nice glump of this good stuff right here so we don't leak.
It's a lot.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little.
Don't like rear main leaks, so that's it, right? Making sure I got everything.
You need to spread that out a little bit.
What do you think? That's gonna smush down though when I tighten it.
Yeah.
Boy. All right. Let me get all the oil over here real quick. All right. Get these started here. It needs to come down a little bit. Whew, my legs are already getting tired just squatting here. All right. These ones right here. You got that 10 on you?
Yeah. Oh crap.
You got it? Just a little snug, nothing crazy. Y'all gonna bash me. There we have it, boys. She's ready to go in. All right, we got the hood off. Got to slap her in, boys.
Looks like a big old mess under here.
What? What you roasting my truck for? Why you got roasted? What did my truck do to you other than gap your Camaro?
I'm hungry.
Oh, you hungry?
Mm-hmm.
You hangry. You just hangry.
I ain't got a unibrow.
All right, let's get this thing in, dude. All right, folks, we got this motor in. Looking good, man. It was super easy to do. I mean, look at me. I didn't even get dirty putting it in there or nothing. I mean, you know, I didn't really get dirty or nothing. It's just, you know, just obviously it just went in right like butter, man. Just perfect. Sweet, dude. I'm ready to make some power. All right, guys. After a long couple days work, we got the motor and pocket change. There she is. There she sits. Our teal motor. Black accessories. This motor looks really good. Just got to get the harness laid out. I've only got the intake on there right now. I've still got to bolt the trans up and get the converter on. But yeah, she's pretty much there, boys. I hope y'all enjoyed watching me build this motor, and not even really watching us get it in, just, you know, just seeing the progress on pocket change.
And how easy it was.
Yeah, how easy it was.
Very easy.
Yeah, it was
No
so
problem.
easy.
No problem.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, make sure to follow me on Instagram at JackStanBuilds. Like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.